My little pony, something da 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 da. Don't know the words, you are my very best friends. Still have time left, you are my friends. There was another episode I thought about showing, but they have one that's basically a Christmas Carol.
Oh, right.
Except at the end, instead of it being like, if you do this, you're going to drive everyone you know away. Instead, she's considering removing their equivalent of Christmas from the calendar, but instead doing so causes snow demons to destroy the world.
Yeah.
So, like, remember the moral of today: if you magically remove a day from the calendar, snow demons will kill you and everyone you love. And like, that's a good lesson in as far as it goes, but it's not even applicable to very many people in universe, much less out of it.
Yeah, it's in real life. That's I love it. That almost reminds me of some of those my Inspector Gerard solutions. It's just like completely absurd.
Well, they were building to something where she was so focused on making the world a better place that she didn't stop to actually enjoy anything. Which meant her better place just involved like the communist ideal of working constantly for no reason, for no gain.
Well, my thoughts about the episode. I thought that was kind of cute to see him in a Las Vegas kind of setting, and they definitely ran the Elvis thing kind of into the ground.
Well, we added some uh-hs that weren't in there.
No, I mean it's it's a cute little show. I a lot of times I didn't. Well, I figured out what's going on pretty quickly. I kind of missed the setup. I didn't understand why they were going there at first. I guess I didn't hear. I didn't know enough about the show.
Have you ever babysat your niece?
Not for like an extended period of time, but like when they're down here, I'll play with her for.
Well, here's one where she babysits her niece. That one might be interesting.
A flurry of emotions.
Yeah.
I think.
What time we got?
Well, it's about 2:00. Yeah, I think we might. Let's table anymore until maybe we do it tomorrow or something. Yeah, I want to go home and get a little grub.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I haven't had lunch. We have pancakes for breakfast. I don't want to eat a lot because we're either going to go to S&S or Logan's tonight. You decide.
We're not live streaming.
Vote. Should Tyler's birthday dinner be at Logan's Roadhouse or S&S Cafeteria?
Text to 555. Be sure to text your vote because phone companies make far more money that way.
Yeah, right.
That was, of course, when they were originally doing when American Idol first started, you would get charged for text messages.
That's right.
I don't know if there's any plans that don't have unlimited texting now. It's just such a low bandwidth.
I know. I it's only been since I guess April. How long have I had about? Maybe April a year ago or 2015. I think it was 2015. That maybe when my old flip phone broke.
You didn't have unlimited text, did you?
I didn't. I was on that Page Plus wireless, and I paid $13 a month, and I got like 250 minutes and 250 texts. You see, I had a home phone too.
You kept being like, okay, don't text me anymore this month. Call me instead. Because we'll get charged for texting. Like, Tyler, your cut rate cell phone plan is tearing this family apart.
It got to the point where like don't text me, I'm gonna run out. And so I had to and that was outgoing and incoming. So like I hated it.
You can't control incoming.
I know. I hated that. See, now I pay $20 a month to I'm an Air Voice Wireless. They use AT&T's towers. Here's a controversial question. Should have riled up your viewers. Are the ponies like the master race?
Well, the alicorns kind of are. People know unicorns. Like, I don't think we've seen.
Oh, that's right. There's unicorns.
Yeah, like we don't think we've seen any other creatures that can use magic the way unicorns can.
Right.
Oh no, sorry, there are others. The centaurs can as well.
Right.
But sufficiently powerful unicorns and centaurs can do anything like any other race can and more. So now, granted, there aren't many of them, so you can't get like economies of scale going with that.
Gotcha.
But it's like there's very little point for that. The character Starlight, which you didn't see in here, can basically do everything Twilight as an alicorn can, despite not having wings. She can use magic to basically fly. Not well, but I mean she can.
What happened to Rainbow Dash? I thought she was like the big series hero. Why is she not in this episode?
Oh, they focus on like 2 or 3 characters per episode.
Oh,
in most
gotcha.
episodes, because otherwise there's just too much crosstalk.
That's right. So Rainbow Dash is like the.
She was the star of the top cult.
Yes. Yeah. Do you know who Rainbow Dash is?
Yeah.
Rainbow Dash always dresses in style. That was in an earlier cartoon. That was Rainbow Dash was the fashionista. And she's like the opposite here. She wears clothes less than anyone else, I think. But there was one where like Rarity's like, Spike, don't come in here, we're changing. And Applejack goes, Rarity, we don't usually wear clothes. Like, oh, all right. And there's a more recent episode where Starlight and her friend Sunburst, that, I mean, I ship them. They're it's pretty obvious there's a romantic connection there, but they haven't actually gone that far with it.
If you're viewing this show, you probably know what shipping means, but for my girlfriend is all camera, it means like putting people into relationships.
Well, relationshipping.
I never understood what this meant, like until a few years ago. Like I had a few high school students who were really into My Little Pony, and they would start talking about, oh yeah, I always ship like so and so with such and such.
See, the thing is,
I don't know, like when you're putting them in a box and mailing them somewhere.
People do lesbian ships with there because there's so few male characters.
Yeah.
But the only of the main cast, there's now 7 main characters, right? That are all female.
Yeah.
Only 3 of them have displayed any sort of romantic interest in anyone, and Starlight's arguable. Her jealousy of Sunburst in a recent episode is more than platonic. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
I mean, they don't really explicate it, but it's pretty clearly more than platonic.
Has there been a wedding in My Little Pony?
Yes, but it was of characters that had never been seen prior to that episode.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
It was Twilight's brother was getting married, and that's where she has a niece later.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
But the Rarity was chasing after this guy in one episode, and she flirts with men constantly. She like uses it to manipulate them. Although, granted, usually she's just manipulating them into doing what they should have done.
Should have done it anyway. Yeah.
Like she flirts with the delivery man when he doesn't deliver the right thing, and he's like, "All right, I guess I can go back and get it." Like, this is what you should have done in the first place.
What you should have done, yeah.
But they've toned back on that, because in the first few seasons it was like, she is clearly just using her feminine charm to manipulate men. I'm not sure that's a good lesson for women, for girls, but
I don't think they have to be taught how to do that, Sam.
But anyway, in the movies, Twilight has an attraction to this guy when she goes into the human world in the Equestria Girls movie.
Yeah.
And then she shows an attraction to his pony counterpart, but then he never appears again. And yeah, so those 3 have shown an attraction. The others have shown no romantic interest in anyone of either gender. But because of that, people will often ship them together. People often ship Rarity with some of the girls. Like, she's the only one that's like blatantly heterosexual. I was like, well, they're like, she could be bisexual. Like, you could say that of literally anyone.
All right, so one other question, not really related to this episode. Have you ever like gone to one like a rave dressed up as one of the ponies?
No, although they do have. I mean, they're not like raves, but they have like dance parties at night at conventions sometimes.
Oh, nice. Have you ever been to a dance party?
No.
No.
I don't like dancing, and then it's always this really loud music.
It's really I didn't figure that was your scene.
Yeah.
I would love to see you like tossing glow sticks around.
They have glow sticks. Yeah, there was a recent episode. It was something with Maud Pie. Yeah, it was the one with Starlight and Sunburst, because he kept having fun with all her friends and not hanging out with her. I'm like, yeah, I felt that. But like I said, her jealousy kind of went beyond all. Oh, I remember how I got off on that. In that episode, she like wakes him up at the crack of dawn to go do something to try to get out before he can talk to Twilight and go off with her.
Yeah.
And he's in bed. He pulls the covers up over it, like they're just flat. And when she's like, "Oh, come on, let's go," he says, "Could you turn around or preferably leave the room so I can change?" He's like, "Oh, sorry." I'm like, "Wait a minute. Most ponies don't wear clothes." And I was like, "Wait a minute. We've never actually seen him not wearing his cloak that covers like his entire rear there." And I'm like, they don't. Well, I wrote a fanfic about this, trying to explore the possibilities. Most people are just like, well, he's a male in the morning, But I'll cut most of this except for the part about that joke. Because I'm like, that's, that doesn't make any sense because usually most of the ponies that wear clothes are females.
Have you, let me ask you, have you figured out how to like fill the screen with like animated GIFs? You can't do that.
I can to some extent, but it's a pain. It takes a lot of work.
Yeah, don't do it.
I put the Can girls there at one point, if you recall last time.
Did you really?
I think I did.
I think we talked about it. I can't remember.
I think I tried. I might have tried to and not been able to.
I think that's what it was. I would have remembered that. You did have the picture in one of our videos of Lauren Faust and the voiceover girl coming down.
They look a little bit alike. Lauren Faust was at Nightmare Nights, but the line to get an autograph was so long I couldn't get into it. I wound up getting it from some of the writers. I got them to sign next to episodes they wrote.
Yeah.
And here's how like neurotic I am. I got the author to sign the one that Amending Fences. I think I may have mentioned my favorite episode, but it's like painful to watch. Yeah, I told him I identified with that episode, but like I was always the one who had to reach out to other people, and I was worried later he thought I meant I identified with Twilight, but I actually was identifying with the other person. She had walked out on that. She had skipped that person's party because she was, that was the first episode.
Yeah.
And that apparently the thing was like Moon Dancer was this like wallflower, and throwing that party was a huge step, and the fact that like Twilight didn't come was like a big blow to her.
Yeah.
And she had like shut herself off. So it was a whole thing. And she didn't really forgive Twilight completely at the end. That was what was good about the episode. Now, they still only had one episode. They had to end it up quick. And, like, I realized they had to end it. And my worry was that they'd never show her again. She's been in the background, but she's had no lines. But I'm like, to make up with that, you have to keep in touch with the person. And she does in the books, but I think the voice actress is someone who's not on staff. So that I can't have her talk. Oh. So they just have her like waving or whatever in a couple episodes.
Gotcha.
Although her cutie mark bugs me because it shows a star inside the crescent moon, which of course you can't have.
Yeah,
the
right.
It's still there.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, it's a cutie mark, not the actual sky. But
right.
Yeah.
So but this has been fun. I hope it sounds like you're probably gonna get like 4 videos worth of stuff out of this. So.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can do another episode actually if you can come by tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
All right.
All right, dude. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Christmas, Happy Holidays. Something